We was raised in the slums. We was trying to make a plate, but we started with crumbs. Said I never be shit, look at what I become. I'm just trying to make a way for my daughter and son. In the kitchen whipping work, Lord forgive me if I'm wrong for that. If you told ain't no way to justify, homie, you a rat. Glizzy like a storm, we ready to let that thunder clap. He ever try to play this 40, chop him like a lumberjack. Yep, what's up with all this fake rap? Acting like they told guns and they stay strapped. Acting like they sold drugs and they ain't trapped. You never felt them shakedowns of the head count. We was locked down, we used to bust a brick down. Video visit, you can barely see your kids now. So let me ask you, where your so-called friends now? I bet they wouldn't think that I will bond out. Streets talking crazy, trying to say that I'm snitching. Own homie second guessed me, started treating me different. Let's have a party with the papers, it's gonna say I'm official. You think I'm slipping, just know I brought my pistol. What you trying to get into? You know?
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on there. Man may be like the light to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water, like Noah made the ark. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on there.
It's your boy Naughty G.
It's your boy King Rob.
Yeah, we back with another episode.
Another edition of Men Cheat Codes. We want to thank y'all for always tuning in, for staying
sir.
with us, man. We've been doing this for not even a year yet.
Nope, hell no.
Yeah, not even a year yet, man. So if you tuning in, if it's your second time, your third time, your 1000th time, we appreciate it. If it's your first time, we appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
If this your first time, we know that it's not gonna be your last time because we got some real bosses in the building with us today.
Yes, sir.
Some real stand-up men, right?
Sure.
So with that being said, we're gonna let these gentlemen, do their own introductions. I think it's only right that we allow them to do their own introductions.
Yes, sir.
So we'll start with that, man.
What's happening, man? Shout out, man. Cheat Codes. It's WBC the boss. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Eastside stand up.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out, man. Cheat Codes, man. I'm Hendo, man.
Let's get it. Expand on the introductions if you don't mind.
So, with me, I would say these are two legends themselves, you know what I'm saying, from the East Side.
Definitely.
Like, if you mention East Side, you got to mention Hendo and Corey, you feel me? Like, they was a part of, a movement, really, though. And I'll let them explain more on that. Hendo, you start off.
Definitely a wave, man. We definitely, we got original roots, too, also,
Yeah.
A lot of us have known each other for a long time,
For sure.
We've been through a lot, but,
Let's get into it with that, because obviously it's a lot to be told. So like I told y'all before, man, I like to start with backgrounds. I like to know where guys come from. I like to know your story. And I think it sets a good foundation for the audience to really understand who these men are that we speaking to before we just start speaking, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to go by? WBC, the boss? What you?
White boy, that's fine.
White boy. Let's start with you.
I'm originally from the east side of Rockford off 16th to 5th. You know what I'm saying? So I live with my mom in a little corner apartment. I actually shot a music video over there.
For sure.
I lived all through there. 11th Street, Sandy Hollow, the Jack, all over that joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
what schools you go to?
I went to Flynn, and then I went to all the damn high schools.
Yeah. You traveled all of them, high schools and shit?
because I was bad.
Yeah.
Getting kicked out and shit.
Well, no, because in 6th grade, I'm not going to lie, I played ball, in elementary school, and I also played ball in middle school, but my OG passed in 6th grade.
Rest in peace.
So I was, you know what I'm saying, I made the team every year, but because I was, fucked up in the head over this shit, I made the team, but my grades was fucked up. But they had kind of, give me a little leeway and, let me play because they knew I was going through something.
Yeah.
But then when I hit 9th grade, I got on the team, but obviously I wasn't focused on no damn basketball.
Right, yeah.
I was more focused on ripping and running. And even when when I was in middle school as a kid, I was doing that shit.
Same.
They didn't really know.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get into a, as a lot of our audience know, you guys might not know, but I went to school for psychology, and I hate saying that because as soon as I say psychology, the first thing people always ask me, "Oh, so you be trying to read people's minds?" No, I don't fucking I don't fucking read nobody's minds. That's impossible to do. Can't nobody read minds.
Right.
The reason why I went to school for psychology though, because number one, I always had an interest in why do I do what I do. Why do I behave how I behave? Why do I make my decisions that I make? And then when you look out into the world and you see family members or other people and they be fucked up, that to me was always interesting. Like, why is this nigga a crackhead? Like, why? Like, how did he get here? And it might be funny, but it's like, it's real though. Like, why is he a crackhead? Have you ever thought about
that? You gotta understand the things of life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the universe.
Exactly.
I feel like if you don't understand the universe, you can't compare thoughts.
Exactly. And if
No, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
But with all due respect, I done met some fucking crackheads that had more knowledge and
more
sense
intelligence than most
that were
people.
sober.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my whole point, because I know a lot of people in my family and not in my family who are some of the most intelligent people that I've ever come across, but for whatever reason they can't figure out this life shit. Like, how's you so smart in these subjects and these topics, but you
just get lost in the sauce too.
exactly. So that was my whole thing with going to school for psychology. But the only reason I brought that up was because obviously, right, it was a lot that you was dealing with as a child that really had your mind not on school and not really focused on ball, right? So we're gonna get into it, but before we do, Hendo, what's your background, big dog?
Man, I'm from Concord Projects, man, on the West End. I got a lot of family on the West End, a lot of family. Like, my granny got like 100 grandkids and great grandkids.
Yeah.
She just passed away. R.I.P. Maddie Simmons.
Rest in peace.
I think I met bro in like 2014. We've
Okay.
just been locked in ever since. I ain't gonna lie, like, slept on the floor, you know what I'm saying? Like, shared the crib, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, everyday shit. So,
For sure.
you know, as we grew and as man, we still friends, you know, we still locked in, we still doing our music shit, you know, just doing this life shit. Like,
Absolutely. And that's real shit, man. And I like what you just said, man. Like, cause a lot of niggas be like, man, this my home dog. We ran the streets together. We fucking bitches together. But what you said though.
We shared the same clothes out for our backs, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but listen, what you said, which was really, really important, is that like we really doing this life shit together.
No, for real.
And I think that's important. And I think more
Survivor, you know?
more men need to speak on that with their homies. Like, well, me and bro, like, yeah, we got a podcast, but I be wanting to know how his kids doing. He be wanting to know how I'm doing. When my brother died in September, he was one of the first niggas that pulled up on me. I'm all the way in fucking Chicago.
Yeah,
he came.
I was scared, but
listen,
shit,
I called
though.
him.
You
No
feel
cap.
me?
Hey,
I pulled up, though.
he pulled the fuck up. He had that motherfucker on him, but he
scared.
but he pulled
Yeah.
up. So like, you know,
Fuck it.
we really doing this life shit together, bro.
Yeah.
And I think more men need to speak on that shit, bro, and actually say that shit, bro, because I think that means something, bro. It's different from just hanging out with your homies
Right.
versus we doing this life shit together, right?
Yeah, motherfuckers invested, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you definitely got to be able to differentiate the two. 'Cause
Absolutely.
You have motherfuckers around you that, you know.
That don't give a fuck about you.
Judgment gotta be
That
known.
don't get no
Yeah,
fuck
for
about
sure,
you.
for
Absolutely. So with that being said, let me ask y'all this: did y'all how did y'all meet? Like, what the fuck? Like, I know you said
Really through mutual friends the whole time.
okay.
Through mutual friends, people we've been knowing for years, you know.
And then y'all just picked
Nate
up on the
Pistol,
vibe,
Nova,
yeah.
Sean G. You know.
Yeah.
For sure. Shout out to them people.
So,
Yeah, Free Nova. It's his birthday
Nova,
today,
yes,
man.
sir,
Happy birthday,
yes, sir.
Nova.
Happy birthday.
Big Day Gangsta.
And
Absolutely.
y'all had a group back then called Rude Boy, right? Rude Boy Gang? Yeah, okay.
How did that come about?
Get some bandit brothers together, you know what I'm saying, through our struggle, you feel me?
For sure.
I'm not gonna say too much, but at the dead end, we had a lot of fun.
Say less. Hey, say less. All right, okay. So, like I always say, man, like what I always want to know, man, because I think it's a big part of telling your story. What was the family dynamic like growing up, like in the household though? Like, cause you know it's one thing to be outside with your homies, but it's another thing when you gotta go back home to the people that you really. So how was that like for you growing up?
Right.
I mean, growing up, my family, we didn't have money or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, we got by, I would say that.
Right.
You know, me and my brothers had one room. I initially have two blood brothers, but the people I associate myself with, because a lot of my family members have passed away, I say that they're my immediate family, you know.
For sure.
They check on me every day, just kind of like how y'all are. And I bet y'all probably just met.
No, we actually met at college. on
we
football.
How
many years y'all
we
been doing
10 we 10 plus at this point.
Yeah, hell yeah.
About 2011 when we met.
That's what's up, man.
2011.
You know, not a lot of people from back then. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of the people that I used to, you know, fuck with back then. I mean, I'll be real. Like it's a lot of distance.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but back on the subject, I mean, my mom and my dad had like a fucked up relationship. You know, like my dad, he kind of like how I am. He want to run the streets, do what he want to do, but he want to come back home.
Right.
And my mom ain't really like that shit. So he'd come home, kick my mama ass. I remember one time I was a little kid, he put us in a circle and poured beer on us and shit.
Damn.
That's abuse, bro.
Damn.
I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, as I got older, you know, and then my OG passed, my pops got custody of me, like, you know, when I was 17.
What year your OG?
In
Passed?
2004.
So you young.
Yeah, I was a little boy.
Yeah.
But my homie Trey, shout out my boy Trey, man. He got like 5 kids now, so we kind of distant, but we still talk.
Right.
But I lived with him and his family till I was about 17.
Oh damn.
So you gotta think though, you know, I'm a white boy and I'm in a house full of black people.
Right. Yeah.
For
So
sure.
even though they love me,
That's how I met folks too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, even though they love me and they telling me I'm comfortable, you know, you gotta think how it is for me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like, you know, over time, you know, it was straight.
I feel like that's what made you stand out too, though. No cap,
You know,
like your image. You know what I'm saying? Like your whole.
He just
persona
he was different. He literally stood out. Literally stood out.
Ass was over there. Oh, bro. No cap.
But then when my dad finally got, you know, custody of me, he kind of, I don't know, man. I don't really want to say too much about the shit he taught me, but he taught me some street shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then 2 years later, he died.
Damn.
So I was like, we had a close but distant relationship.
Right.
So I had a lot of love and respect for him. And quite frankly, even though he wasn't there how I wanted him to be,
Right.
I'm glad it happened the way it did because I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Right.
Absolutely.
For real.
Because I feel like the biggest thing in life right now is a lot of people feel like, okay, like for instance, let's just say, you know, y'all got the good thing going. Let's just say y'all make millions of dollars off this podcast.
Right.
You know how many people are gonna come out the woodwork and be like, well, wow, what's up, bro, man? Whoa, they gonna come around, y'all got money, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
they gonna
yeah,
feel
for
like, oh, that's my boy. He doing good. I should be doing good too. Not knowing
Right.
all the work and, you know, sleepless nights and all the
They
shit.
feel like you owe them.
Yeah.
They feel like you owe them.
Put
Facts.
into the whole situation.
Right. For sure.
You know, and I feel like realistically, with all due respect, we need to normalize earning shit again.
Right,
for real.
Because the way the generation is set up, everybody feel like it should just be like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ain't grow up like that.
No.
Everybody is
So you-
pretty much got a platform.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And they.
Like, I'm talking about as simple shit like as raking the leaves, mowing the grass.
Right.
It don't gotta be no street shit.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
It's just about the fact that you want to put in the effort to earn something that you really want.
Right.
You
Exactly.
appreciate it better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you
Absolutely.
pretty much grew up earning shit by yourself then.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
I remember when I used to push my lawnmower around the neighborhood and I had 10, 15 people with lawns that I had locked in.
Damn.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know, like with me, like, and then now I apply it to my everyday life. Like,
Right.
I get up, no matter if it ain't nothing going on or everything's going on.
Mr. Miyagi.
I figure it out.
So let me ask you this because it sound.
You gotta push the mic up a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that too. Yeah,
bad.
Yeah,
If
no,
you
you
don't
good,
mind,
you
yeah, try to stay up on it as much as you can.
My bad.
Nah, you good. I think you good. I think it picked up everything. I think you good. But just as a reminder. But let me ask you this, because it sounds like you grew up with that phrase, right? A hard knock life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you grow up with that mentality, but the fact that you lost your parents at such a young age, and even before you lost them, it sounds like it was still some gaps in there to where you were still figuring this shit out on your own.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you think that shaped you as a man?
I don't know, like right now, I would say I got just thick skin. I don't really let too much shit bother me.
Right.
You know, I address a lot of shit that I feel like is right and wrong. A lot of people don't like it and they take it a real personal. But respectfully speaking, I'm just trying to help you.
Right. Yeah.
Because if I don't say it to you, then who else gonna do it?
Facts.
9 times out of 10, you know, they might not say it the way I say it. You know, a lot of people get real, like, you know, like maybe get physical with you, maybe get like, oh, like, you know, stare you down and be, you know, they'll try to mentally abuse you. Like, I just get to the point with certain people, like, a lot of people act like they want help. Just like, okay, for instance, you got a lot of guys in prison who will pray and be like, God, I'm never gonna do it again, and they're full of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And they know they're full of shit.
Right. That's true.
Why you don't just tell the truth?
Right.
Because you lying to God, to me, in my opinion, is the same as just sinning.
Yeah, that's true.
So right.
Sometimes a lot of that come with like understanding yourself too, though. Like you gotta understand what the fuck you is and what the fuck you ain't. And some niggas be lost in the sauce.
Yeah, but to both of y'all points though, and back to my question, you answered it, but you didn't really answer it. Where does that mentality come from?
When you got to figure it out. When ain't nobody, you know, you got people. I don't know. I like it molded me to where I felt like no matter what, whether you gonna give it to me or not, I'm gonna get it.
Facts.
I'm not gonna let you stop me from accomplishing what I need to accomplish in my life, whether it be something really small or really big.
So okay, so let me try to rephrase it then. I feel like when we all look kids, right, whether you a boy or a girl, right, we all got this certain sense of innocence about us, right? We don't really know what's really out there in the world, right? So I'm imagining, and I could be absolutely wrong, and if I'm wrong, let me know. I don't got no problem being corrected. But I imagine that as a little kid, you probably just want to play with toys, you want to watch cartoons, you want to do what little kids do, and then something happens or changes in your life that turns you into what you are.
That's what
you are
like,
now.
The way I grew up,
but what is it though? Like, I need y'all to hit. What is that thing that flips you? We're gonna start with you, white boy, then we're coming to you, Hendo, with this. What's that thing that flips you?
I mean, with all due respect, I'm a grown man, and I just growing up, what fucked me up and made me the person I am today is because I didn't watch motherfuckers steal shit from people and help them look for it. And you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Like, I mean, the world gets really cold. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to either figure it the fuck out, or you gonna let it take over and destroy you.
Facts. What about you, Hendo?
Man,
was it something that flipped you from a little innocent boy?
It was, man. It was. I was cool, bro, until like my people crazy as hell, bro. So we'd be at the crib. Like my mom, she used to abuse drugs, you know. So like we just be outside, kicking outside the projects and shit, watching people, you know, looking outside. It's just you see it.
You just see it, yeah.
You see it, bro, and
you adapt.
You adapt, yeah.
Facts.
Like, and having that mentality can take you places that other people can't go, and that's what I kind of feel like me and bro, we really clicked a lot because we both been through a lot of that back in our past, you know.
Absolutely.
Because he lost his parents, but I lost mine too to the streets. You feel me? So
damn. Okay. So you lost your mom in what year?
2004.
You lost your pops in 2019.
When I was 19.
You said you was 19, boy.
I was 19. I'm 32, and I'm gonna tell you another thing that's crazy, right?
Go ahead.
The day before my pops passed away, I knew he was getting high. I knew he was smoking crack. But the day before he passed away,
you switch.
I think I had
nobody want to believe.
When I got older too, though. Like just like him. Like I witnessed my mom doing drugs. Like I've seen needles and shit. But then like I got older, and I think I went to go pick up my niece one time, and I had seen a crack pipe on my mama's couch, and it's like, damn, that shit real. Like this is who you are. So this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's when it sets in. Like for real, you like fuck it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Right. It was the same for you after seeing pops like that.
I mean, my dad drank every day. It wasn't a secret to me that he was somewhat of an alcoholic or addict or whatever way you want to put it. But I didn't know he was doing alcohol and pills and smoking dope, and you know that's a hell of a thing to do all in one. Right. Because you mixing uppers and downers and alcohol, and you know it's
only so much your body can take.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that shit. Did he bug on you? Used to bug on you and shit?
No, he just was. I don't know. Like growing up, my grandpa used to tell me like my dad was fighting a lot of demons, and me and my dad was like exactly the same. My dad hung out in the projects. I done that. Like my homie Trey, his uncle and his dad knew my dad really well, and they said my dad was a cannon, but that's neither here nor there. But
right, yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's really just hard to talk about because it's like with me, like my parents been gone for so long. It's like sometimes I barely remember their faces.
Damn.
Yeah, for real.
That's
You know what I'm
fucked up,
saying?
Damn.
Like their voices or anything.
So I
Right.
double back and think like, damn, what did they look like? You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And if I could encourage, like, not even just, you know, me and him, but y'all, like, if I could come from where I come from and make something of myself, whether it be from good or bad ways or good or bad intentions, I feel
Right.
like anybody can make it if you apply yourself,
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
For sure.
you know?
I
So,
agree.
so speak on that because obviously, right? You know, your mom passed, your dad passed. What do you do next?
I mean, obviously everybody has the thing, you know, you soaking it in, it's all starting to really hit you and you be like, man, what do I do? Especially when you're a kid, you know?
Right.
Because now it's like you gotta grow up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
You gotta, and then it's like, you know, I play sports, but a lot of shit I was a little bit naive to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and lie, but as I got older, I started seeing certain shit, like the way certain shit was in life, just like, you know, certain, you know, other people and their kids and the way
Yeah.
they live, and
Right.
you know, so I had to adapt to different situations, and then as everything transpires, like I said, either it's kind of like a fucking animal in the jungle. You either
Right.
going to adapt to it and be able to live through it,
Yeah.
Facts.
or you gonna let it kill you and destroy you.
You
It's
gonna
like the
adapt.
first time you get finessed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got finessed by a crackhead one time when I was like 12, bro.
Hey, you gotta tell us the story now, bro.
Bro, I had to beat him, bro.
You gotta tell us the story now, bro. You shouldn't have brought it,
It was just some little shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
What
when
happened?
you naive, like he just said, like you naive. You like, oh yeah, well, I'm out here in the streets, and the motherfucker like, oh yeah, come here, little nigga, I got you. Whoa, let me get one of them. I'm gonna do my 1-2, and then motherfucker finesse you, be like, damn, G, all right, it's ugly out here.
Yeah.
I ain't playing. Next time I
Yeah.
can't slide. You know what I'm saying? After that, you know you can't take no more. You can't slip no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, because it really is a cold, cold world out here, man. And unfortunately, a lot of us got to figure that out after a situation like that, or figure it out the hard way. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't have those mentors or people to kind of put us on game
Yeah, for sure.
beforehand, before some shit happen. A lot of times it's just
Yeah,
like
'cause it be
shit.
fucked up because then like it grow, and then like you get older, you start seeing motherfuckers getting their ass smoked. Like that shit real.
Absolutely.
sure.
But
What's going on?
Hendo, let me ask you though, because we kind of know how White Boy kind of started, and we know obviously without me even having to ask, right? Your pops left for you when you was 19, and even before that, he wasn't really like involved, right?
For sure.
So Hendo, what about you, man? Was your pops there for you as a
Nah,
kid?
my pops was really, he was like locked up a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Drunk, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm finna slide over there. Motherfucker be sitting by the door with their Game Boy and shit.
Yeah, waiting for him.
That's how,
Yeah.
that's how it was, man. You know, I deal with him nowadays. You know, I still love him and shit. I'm a grown man now, so you know what I'm saying. We don't.
Yeah.
What
What about
shit,
what about you and your mom?
My mom is distant, man. It's
Yeah.
some shit motherfucker just can't let go. You know,
Yeah.
and you can't force them to. You got to keep moving.
Right, for sure.
It's a,
Instead of holding on to it, you got to let it go. Shit.
Right.
You know?
it's one
It won't
thing
change.
that I believe that I see as I get older, but I feel like as you get older, the more stuck in your ways you become. Is that the
Yeah.
situation with your mom?
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
It's just stuck in her way. Even though a motherfucker condemn to almost recognize, all right, that was wrong, but they still kind of like just stuck in their way.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
So White Boy, you said you was down there by yourself when you was younger. How you cope with that as a young kid? Like, because I'm pretty sure there's probably some young viewers out there that's watching. How did you cope with not having your moms?
And what would you
Yeah.
what would you change about it? What would be the thing if it's another white boy out there that's in your exact same situation? How did you cope with it? And then what would be your advice for the next nigga?
I mean, my only advice for the next person is to just never give up. Stay strong, stay solid. No matter what you go through, be who you are. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like, as I stated before, like if you let someone else think for you, you like a fucking puppet or
Facts.
or a robot.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you realize right from wrong, what's right and what's wrong, even though other people, like, y'all might have all three inputs on something that's going on with me.
Right.
And I might have a different input, but that's what makes us all individually who we are.
Facts.
Right, for sure.
But I mean, the way I cope with it, bro, is just like as time, transpired, like, I mean, it's kind of like I said, it'd be like fucking Tarzan in the jungle. He get hit with spears, he get hit with all type of shit, but he never stopped.
Right.
So I just kept it, moving, man. I just, some nights and some days are harder than others, but it's just I'm here.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Were you like praying a lot, or what was it? Is it anything outside of yourself that kept you going, or was it just staying solid within self and knowing who you are? That was the thing, or was it like some sort of spirituality involved in it?
Well, I mean, obviously along the way, my homie Trey's mama, she had a lot of, stuff to say, and then of course his pops, living there, and growing up around them, they was never made it really easy for me. But now that I'm grown up now, I see what they were saying. Like even my homie in a wheelchair, like his mama like was I call her my my godmama, whatever you want to call it. But like when you're young and growing up, you just be like, this fucking old bitch always talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This fucking old motherfucker always trying to tell me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But in all reality, like now that I'm older and I got kids,
Yeah, you see.
I understand.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Because it really be for your well-being, and even with friends. Like, she used to tell me all the time, even Trey mama used to tell me, you need to watch who you kick it with, you need to watch who you call your friend.
Right.
Okay? I don't think neither one of them ever been wrong.
Right.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because you got to think, bro. It's just like you. Like, I go off of people's energy. Like, now that I'm older,
Yeah, for sure.
I could feel like if you got some like weird shit going on,
Yeah.
because I already got it in my head.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know I'll know if you have pure intentions just from sitting right next to you, sitting in a room with
People's
you.
body language give off, they aura give off on you.
Yeah. No cap. No cap.
feel you.
No cap.
Yep.
But to that point, though, I'm gonna ask both of y'all flat out, and just give me a yes or no answer. Do you believe in God?
Yes.
You believe in God?
Yeah.
Are you religious or are you spiritual? And I'll explain the difference if you want me to.
I'm spiritual, I think.
Yeah, I am too. And religion means you follow a certain mode, a certain way of believing in God. Spirituality, just to me, spirituality means that you believe in God. You might not be sure who He is or what His name is, but you know that nigga real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not a religious person, but yeah, I'm spiritual though.
I mean, I don't even know how to put it, like religion or spirituality.
So like, do you follow Christianity or
I don't really follow anything.
Nothing?
I kind of just wake up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm the type of person, I'll be in the car, I'd be like, since I've even been home, like I've gotten, I would say, more closer to God.
Oh, okay.
Because I would say, like, thank you, God, for another day. Thank you for all the stuff that you blessed me with.
Yeah.
But you also got to thank the Lord for both,
Right.
good and bad.
Yeah.
Because if everything was all good, you would never appreciate it.
Right, for sure.
So the bad days will mold you into the person you are, so that way you can appreciate the good days that He got coming for you.
Right. As a child going through all that stuff you went through, you never like
Blame God.
blame God type shit.
I just always ask why. I never really,
Uh-oh.
I never really like put the blame on anyone.
Right.
Because I mean, being young, I think it was more of I didn't understand it. Like, why, and then you got to think. I'm watching all these people celebrate birthdays, Christmas.
Yeah.
I never had, I really, you know what I mean? Like, after 12 years old, that shit was out the window.
Right.
It wasn't like no why me type shit for me. It was more like damn, like why I can't get like what other people got. Like you see other like people that have real lives and you know what I'm saying? They got both their parents in the crib. Like
We would call it
we was in
normal.
foster care. We was normal.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like we was with a family that had like a 3-story crib, bro, big as hell, bro. Like stupid ass motherfucking stairways, bro.
Yeah.
And like, man, like they really love their kids and they treated us like shit. And they like, damn, like why I ain't got that? Why it's got to be me? But
So let me ask y'all this: do you think that problem right there that you're speaking on, to me, it sounds like it's a community type of thing, right? Because your same story that you explaining, same story that he explaining, it's all familiar to me. I could probably give y'all examples of how I felt that same type of way. He could probably give you examples of how he felt that type of way. Everybody in this room could probably give you an example on how at one point in their life they felt like why these motherfuckers got this over there, but I only got, like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it seems like it's a community wide problem and not just an individual problem. Y'all want to speak on that?
It is, because I know I wasn't the only one. Shit, everybody was struggling. Shit, it was treacherous.
Yeah.
Shit, motherfucking, I know my mama wasn't the only one that wasn't home. We was outside cat pouncing at like fucking 9, 10. We supposed to be outside. Motherfuckers had them fat ass little nicks in the projects.
You say cat pouncing? I ain't never heard that shit before.
What you doing, nephew?
You say outside
Mama
cat
gone.
pouncing.
You know what I'm saying? We in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Security watching us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, I feel you on that.
We racing in Champion Park. You know what I'm saying? Racing out.
Yeah. But
Preston, that's where I know Cub. You know?
Yeah.
right.
Shit.
But I'm saying though, like, I need y'all to hit on this for me, man. I really need y'all to hit on this for me.
I got you.
What's wrong with the community? Why is it not an individual problem? Why is it the fact that all 4 of us can sit at this table and tell similar stories about the fucking way we struggle?
Because it's the culture, man.
Because
Speak on it.
bro.
It's the people.
Speak on it, man. I need y'all to speak on it.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Please.
Because you got people who got, you got cordial people, like, who will understand the people, who will listen, who will try to see it from all sides instead of just one side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I heard Jeezy album and I was like, fuck it, I'm in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. When we was young, bro, I swear to God.
Yeah,
all that type of shit. My
it's
brother used to play that shit.
So it's the culture.
Be outside. For
Hold
real.
on, let me ask.
Hold on, but before you, I don't mean to cut you out, but is it the culture?
I think it's pictures, images we see.
Or is it just people making their decisions?
I would say it's all of it.
Okay.
It's always
They all play hand in hand type shit.
Because everything plays a part,
Right.
whether it be small or big.
Right.
Facts.
I mean, but it just all depends on which one you latch on to.
That's what I'm finna say, because some of this shit, after a certain age, after a certain level of consciousness, you start to make your own decisions versus what you was just like given. You feel what I'm saying? But go ahead with your question.
So you got brothers and sisters?
just by blood, 2 brothers.
Okay.
By I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Streets.
No, by the shit niggas in earned.
I ain't gonna say a lot. I just got a few.
A selection of brothers.
I don't want to say it's because if I say it's a lot, then you
Loyal bros.
like it's a bunch of people.
Right.
It's a lot, but it's a few.
Okay, okay. So no like biological brothers and sisters?
2.
2? They older?
Younger.
Younger?
My brother, he lives with me. He went to the Marine Corps, and my younger brother, he's in prison.
Okay. So the Marine Corps, the one in the Marine Corps, y'all still tight and shit?
I mean, he lived with me, so I mean, I'm kind of letting him right now figure himself out, along with guiding him along the way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like for him, it's he's just at the stage to where, like, I don't know if you guys know any people that actually went to the war. But it fucks them up.
Yeah, it fucks them up.
Like they're alcoholics.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Even just in the streets, like when you see some
Yeah,
shit
that
that's
too.
just graphic
Yeah.
as hell, fuck, like that shit just stuck with you. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
and you like that, and you can't understand, and everybody like, man, what's wrong with you? Whoa, you just fucked up.
Yeah. So I can only imagine. There's one thing to see some shit in the streets, but when you in war, I think that's totally different.
Yeah, it is, though.
I don't think the streets compare. to that shit.
No, my brother said that he was in the Iraqi war, and he said he ran up to the door. His homie kicked the door and turned into mist.
His homie did?
Yeah.
No, that shit
Wait,
crazy.
wait.
That shit crazy.
Wait, hold on.
That shit
Turned into
crazy.
mist.
Wait. Okay, so you break that down for me. So you say, what was his homie at?
So obviously, when you in the Marines or whatever,
Yeah.
you moving as a unit. So you'll have obviously a couple group of guys in each unit.
Yeah.
Well, they went to obviously go kick in the door, and it's a war.
Yeah.
They're killing each other or whatever, kidnapping, basically de-escalate whatever the situation may be. He said his homie ran up to the door and kicked it and turned into mist.
What the fuck?
Like he blew up. He blew
Got a
like
lot of
that
family in
ass.
the service, man. My uncle was in a Desert Storm, I got a lot of family in the service, but I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that though? Like you standing there, you ready to go, and your homie going kicking, and he just.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my gun before I quit. Before I'm going home.
Nigga, I wouldn't even be out there.
Hey,
to get
Then there
go.
can't even see
Shit.
nothing. It might be at night.
And then you expect me to go in that bitch?
Hell
I heard
no.
my
I'm
boy
going
do
home.
his interview
Hey, I'm
with,
going home.
Joe
I
Rogan.
quit.
Yeah, I ain't
quit.
gonna be out there
How they got,
anyway.
White boy.
What's the word?
So far in this show, man, you talked about it without talking about it, but I could tell and I can hear it in your voice and I can hear it in your story that you done dealt with some real deaths. Like, for lack of a better word, you done dealt with death in your life in a way that most people haven't.
Oh, bro.
Right? And even for you, Hendo, you done dealt with death in a way that a lot of people haven't, right?
Sure.
And death is one of those things to where is one of those topics to where we don't like to talk about because it's just one of those things that's just weird. But at the same time, it's literally the only thing that we all got guaranteed to us.
Yeah.
Period. Right.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, and for the sake of all the young folks out there, and even for the older folks out there that's dealing with a death right now, this for you. And it's for us. So with that being said, I wanna ask both of y'all, right?
Okay.
Can you give me a number of deaths that have been close to you?
Where do I start?
Yeah, I say about like 8, 9.
Damn.
Probably, it's probably a lot more to count than I can really say. It's just, I feel like a lot of people affect you in different ways. It ain't got to be about the streets. It ain't got to be about,
Your spirit
know,
gravitates towards them differently.
you know, it's just, some people are really good people. Some people are really bad people.
Right.
But no matter who they are, they always will have an effect on you in a certain kind of way because you'll learn how to figure out how the other people around you, not just the simple-minded people, how they think, how they feel, and why they do the shit that they do.
Right.
It's not just, oh, well, I go to school and 1 + 1 = 2 and 2 + 2 = 4, you know? It's just, it's simple shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, when you get around, different types of people, you start to learn, like, the nature of just, okay, well, for example, I'm a white boy. I grew up in a black culture.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like now I gotta look at it from my standpoint, but I gotta also look at it from y'all standpoint as well.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with that being said, is what I think is okay or what I think is normal, y'all might not feel that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of about it's more just about having fucking common sense. You gotta have a brain in your fucking head.
Yeah, I feel you 1,000% on that. But at the same time, though, common sense don't really help you deal with the pain of losing somebody.
Right.
Right? Like, because you can have common sense, but at the same time, nigga, we all human.
Yeah.
So you gonna hurt when somebody die that's really, really close to you. So Jay, what about you? Can you give me a number
Shit.
of people that have been close to you that have passed away?
Not. Thank God, none of my homeboys and nothing like that. Just my elderly people that it's their time. It's their time. You know what I'm
In
saying?
a way, that's a blessing too, though.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
is.
That's why I said.
Long
And
life.
nah,
Yeah,
but
guaranteed.
see, it's a blessing and a curse. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
It's a blessing because your people have been protected all these years of your life.
For sure.
Your people have been protected. They've been graced by God to still be walking this earth.
For sure.
It's a curse though because again, like I said in the beginning, it's one of those things to where if we all guarantee death, that means that the longer your people stay here, at some point they gonna start.
Yeah.
And even for yourself, you might be one of the ones in the mid. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic. That's the topic right now that I want to put on the table. That I really want us to really, really touch on and really, really talk to these kids about because it's tough to deal with death. And I'll give you guys my example, and I talk about it every now and then on the show, but not to the extent that I want to talk about it now. Right?
Right.
And I feel like it's important for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's important because death is real and it's gonna happen. Either God forbid to you, and if it's not you, then obviously it's gonna be to somebody who you care and love about, right?
Absolutely.
And when you going through that shit, it's really, really hard. And you can go about it in a lot of ways. Some people fucking fly off the handle and they spaz out or they crash out and they do dumb shit or whatever, or they use it as a crutch or as an excuse not to continue to improve their life.
For sure.
And then other people deal with it. They understand it and then they use it as their power. So before we come to you, white boy Hendo, let me holler at you real quick, bro. When it comes to the death of a close one, bro, not to put you in your feelings or nothing like that, bro, but can you tell us a story about a close one? Maybe like a brother or something, like somebody who was really like a brother to you that maybe then?
Yeah, I lost my little brother Isaiah.
Blood?
He was close to me. No, he was a family friend, you know.
Okay.
They family, you know, they pops and shit.
Right.
But I think I would say more, and actually, no, not even that. I would say more recently, I think my grandmother, man. There was a lot of energy behind her passing, like that I think flowed through our whole family, really. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the experience of her funeral or whatever. But, you know, yeah.
Let me ask you, because we there, bro. Like I say, man, it's a heavy topic, bro, but we gotta talk about it. It's okay? We talk about it?
Yeah.
We gotta talk about it, bro. And like I say, and feel free not to, whatever you don't want to. But when your grandmother passed, and you talk about this energy that flowed through the family, what was that energy like? And not only what was it
Her
like,
spirit, her love, you know.
what was that though? Like, talk about it.
I can't even explain it. It was I don't know, like it just embraced me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain it, bro.
Have you and your family had conversations about her or about it since she's passed?
Pretty much. I mean, my granny, you know, her ass a gangster, man. Her ass a gangster. Bro.
Take
Sometimes
the fact that you can lose your life, you don't take that serious at 15. The fact that you could really die.
A lot of motherfuckers be fucked up, bro. Yeah, for real.
Did you realize that as a young kid that I could really die, like really be gone off this earth? Mm-hmm. What age when you came to that realization?
15, 16.
15, 16.
What about you, white boy? What age when you came to that realization I could really die, like really be gone?
Hang out a window in the middle of the night, type shit. I ain't gonna do too much, but that shit fuck you up, bro. That shit change you. You know?
Would you categorize that as trauma or?
Yeah, because it's negative energy, but at the same time, it's
survival.
Yeah, survival. Yeah.
What about you, white boy? At what age when you realize I could really die, like be gone, like for real?
It's like when my mom passed away. I mean, it fucked me up. I'm not even gonna lie. But as I got older, I molded into something like overly great.
For sure.
Like my mind is just like I'm one of a kind person. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I feel like a lot of people like are inspired with me. Like they just be like, man, how the fuck he come from where he come from, but he doing what he doing now, and he doing everything that he doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I know it's a possibility I could die also when I got shot. You know.
Tell us that story.
Cause
niggas don't get. I know niggas get shot every day.
As hell, man.
I know it's the niggas get shot every day, but niggas don't get shot every day. So tell us how that happened, bro. Tell us how that went down.
Niggas they hop out, I'll get out the car. You know, I'm stupid. I tell them go fuck yourself, eat a dick, and I pull off, and they boom, 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 shot my shit up.
Damn.
But I'm straight.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I mean, I had some fucked up like nerve problems and shit, but I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
If you don't mind, bro, only for the sake, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to talk about it. All right, so they light your shit up. Once you swerve off, you got up out of there. Yeah, obviously, you
shots. But I only heard like 5. I mean,
They hit you through the back seat or what?
put me through the back window.
Yeah, that shit go by like that.
But it's like with me, I don't know. I really, realistically, I don't even think I was scared. Like to be on a serious note,
Right.
I didn't feel shit.
Plus, you thinking too, like a motherfucker ain't finna play with me for real.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas know who I am, type shit. Like,
But
you in the car by yourself?
no, I with my brother.
Okay, he in the passenger seat, you in the driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, all right, okay, so then the shots rang out. Your brother didn't get hit, I'm assuming.
No.
So, okay, so then you get hit. So y'all swerve off, I'm assuming that they follow you afterwards?
Nah.
So they stayed put and you got up out of there?
I think it was more of they was trying to get me in their possession type shit.
Facts.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't going for that.
Okay. All right, so,
Ulterior motives.
okay, so
doing something behind the scenes.
So y'all gone. When did you realize, fuck, I'm hit? And then what was your next move after realizing you got hit?
So I got up to like the stop sign on, obviously the main road, and my brother had seen the cop at the intersection, and I just tell him just flag him down, call the ambulance, because I didn't even really know. Like, it just was like my shirt was wet type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they put me in the ambulance, and what's so crazy is the fucking tube they put in my ribs. That shit hurt worse than getting shot. He like stuffing the motherfucker. He like, man, you're not gonna feel this.
But what, you in shock? You just can't do nothing, but you feel that motherfucker going in.
I wasn't even
Because everything moving too fast.
Right.
No, bro. I can't even explain it. It's like I wasn't really in shock. I just didn't feel shit.
Damn.
Like it was more like like me, I become numb.
Right.
If I had to describe how I feel, I've just become numb to shit.
Right.
I feel what matters. What doesn't matter, I don't give a fuck about.
Right.
But this your life that we talking about, bro. You ain't got hit up, for.
You right.
So that matters.
You absolutely right. However,
But you can't live in fear either, though.
this is
The
how
shit
I
keep
feel.
going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, no matter what, you see something get killed the same day, you be like, you see a deer get hit, you see flies on that motherfucker, like, shit keep
Right,
going.
but
Like, that
nah,
shit.
I hear
Keep on
you.
driving.
I hear you. But the difference is this man got bullet wounds.
Your mental is a big part of that, though. Because, okay, for example, if you go into a fight, if you tell yourself, this man gonna beat the fuck out of me, you already lost the
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Before it even start.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So in my head, even though I'm hit up, I mean, I don't feel this shit. And realistically, like, if I'm being serious, I didn't feel shit. Everybody, oh, it burned. That shit is bullshit. You don't feel nothing. And then when, after the fact, once you calm down or let whatever adrenaline, however the fuck you want to put it, you just feel like it's more of a sting than a burn. It just hits you. It almost as if like it's like PTSD.
For sure.
It just happens over and over.
Okay, all right. So then y'all flagging down the police officer. He called an ambulance. How long it take the ambulance to get there?
Shit, we right on the corner from OSF, so not really.
Not long.
Not
Yeah, y'all
long.
close.
Okay, so they put you in that bitch. They putting the tubes in you. Should they get you to the?
Well, they try to ask me questions. I ain't answer no questions. I know they ain't they ain't out to help me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just kept it street, you know?
Right.
Between you, I, me, and Chico's, and without, obviously the obvious, right? But do you know who hit you up?
I got an idea.
Okay, we leave it at that. All right. Okay, so then you get to the hospital. So like, what's that process like, man? Like, how long was you there for? Was motherfuckers questioning you? Like, what was that whole process like? If I just got shot, like, what's that process like? Because I know your family want to know what's going on. Like, did you make the phone calls? Like, what was that whole process like?
I mean, my brother called wifey like, oh, my brother got shot. She think a motherfucker playing. Like, oh, we're playing. We ain't playing. But she don't know that.
Right.
Then when she realized that it was
real.
Yeah.
she was, heartbroken and everything.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
Yeah,
Is he okay?
bro,
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, at the time,
I'm not even laughing because I can only imagine how traumatic that could have been.
well, during COVID, they not letting you in.
And that's the
Right,
thing
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Damn.
So even though you know what's going on, you can't visit. Period.
Right.
But what's so crazy about that is like, the whole time I'm on the fucking whatever the fuck they call it, the little hospital bed. All they keep asking me, and not even asking me, they just telling me, hey man, we know what you're gonna do, and like, fuck
What the fuck
They're
that
gonna
mean?
get back
What
out
the
and
fuck?
slide. Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Oh, that's
it's
what they
like,
was saying.
yeah. So it's like, man, and I'm brushing them off because by then they've done pumped me full of drugs and all type of shit. So I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then another thing, I'm gonna say this because this is real shit. A lot of people, it's like they feel like certain people, whether they be white, black, Mexican, they got like certain type of pull. And in some situations and in some circumstances, that is true.
Like they think you green or something or what? What you mean?
No, what I'm saying by that is this. A lot of people look at me and be like, oh, he'll go in the courtroom, he's white, he going to get a low bond, or they going to give him a lesser sentence.
Right, yeah.
Well, in my opinion, I don't feel like they did that because I bonded out, and then they brought me back and raised my bond.
Damn.
Damn.
So, and I'm not talking about no little paper either. Like, they're talking, almost 6 figures.
Hold on, before we get there, bro, because I want to stay here, bro, on this topic.
Yeah.
Because we started the topic talking about death and how it affects you and what it means to you and how you dealt with it. And I feel like for a person like you who done got shot, like, nigga, you next to dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for you, and I'm asking you, bro, and you probably ain't never been, like, forced to really put it into perspective like this, right? But then when you sit here and you tell me that your mom passed away when you was a young boy.
I mean, I know I'm blessed, and I know I was put here for a reason. Like, I'm not sure the exact reason, but I know it's bigger than what probably everybody in this room knows.
Yeah.
I have a really like anybody who I come across I can honestly say like they just. I don't even want to say it this way because I don't want to put myself on like no pedestal, and I'm not above nobody because I'm very humble.
Facts.
Right.
But they learn from me. They look at what I do and be like, man, look at what he went through, and look what he doing now.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But with that being said, it's like back to the topic. It's like I know I'm blessed, and that's why I tell God every day. I'm thankful for, the nice things in my life, the good people in my life. Because one thing I learned is if you don't appreciate it, he'll take it away from you.
Yeah, just as fast as he gave it to you.
Yeah.
How long was you in the hospital before you got released?
4 days.
During those 4 days, what was the main thing on your mind?
I mean, I was ready to get the fuck on. I can't. One thing about me, man, I'm on go. Like, I can't just sit
there,
somewhere.
yeah.
Like, they told me, yeah, you should rest and lay down. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm about to put my sling on and go to the auction and do all the same shit I was doing. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, as I said before, it's different when you really living like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's easy. Like it's harder for me to talk about it, but it's easy for a motherfucker who ain't in it to talk about it.
See, I'm so fucking happy you said that because for 2 reasons. One, I'm the nigga that ain't live that life. So that's why I want to know. That's why I'm asking. I'm really trying to like drill in and really. But see, the thing that I really love about what you're saying and what I'm starting to realize is a nigga that didn't live that type of life. Because it's the same thing when we had Carl Ford on our show. And I asked him, Carl didn't get shot, but Carl got sentenced to life in prison.
Yeah.
So to me, in a way that
You understand, like, okay, this is the chances and choices that I'm making, and this is the also benefits, but this is the also consequences.
facts.
Yeah.
That shit in 3D too.
100% in real life.
So it's like, shout out Carl Ford, he back,
That's a
I
blessing.
know his son.
Real niggas win.
I know him
I'm saying.
personally, and I know
Carl Jr.
Yeah, I know him personally.
He didn't even want to talk about it, and for good reason. But he, ain't, we can't even talk about it.
Yeah, no,
and for good reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, personally, if I had to speak on the situation with him, I feel like if I had to say, I feel like they targeted him.
Yeah.
Because of his pops.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Our family, a lot of our family related to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to say, and a lot of people, just to keep it short, it's definitely corruption.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. They just think it's more of
Just like the old man, it's all corrupt.
I think Jay, this is definitely something you can speak to. But what I find, especially with my brother's situation before he passed, right? Like he died in Chicago, in the streets of Chicago, on 80th and Union. And one of the things before he died, like I used to talk to this man nearly every day. I was almost like his therapy. He was my therapy, right? When I had issues, I call him, whatever. So long story short, is that like and even my OG will speak to this same thing, and she said this at his funeral. But She said that like, I'm trying not to cry, but this is what my OG said as she started crying tears at the funeral. But she said, my son prepared me for this. As strange and as weird as that sound, and as dark as that sound, it's real.
Bro.
He prepared me for this. So like, so let me put this into context. What this black lady is sitting up there at the altar saying about her dead black son is that my dead black son knew, he didn't know, but he was ready to be murdered.
I think in life, when you go through a lot of shit too, you also let go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but so
Get
much
to a
so,
certain point
but
where you
so
let go.
so much so to where you accept murder.
Yeah.
I know a nigga gonna kill me. What?
Yeah, if you living that life,
But
I ain't gonna say you accept it.
you grow accustomed to it, man. You grow accustomed to it. Like my cousin, he died in Stateville, or not in Stateville, but he died in prison last year
yeah.
rest in peace.
from cancer. Yeah, colon cancer. And I mean, his life led him to his murder. You know what I'm saying? Like to his death. Like you got to be self-aware, man.
And I feel that, but cancer killed him.
Yeah, but it's also the things you consume.
That's true too. But listen what I'm saying though, bro. Cancer took him out. And not way, that's then a suicide.
I mean, the
That's-
way it was, because he got
In a
10
way-
years. He like, man, I'm finna be at the crib in 10.
Yeah.
Illinois 50%. 5 years, I'm at the crib.
But let me drive this point home and put the stake in the ground with this, man.
Yeah.
I can accept the fact that I got cancer because of the foods I eat or because of the lifestyle I live, whatever, right? Them are my choices. I can accept that. I can deal with that. But as a man, and what my brother dealt with and accepted that another man gonna kill me. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. Somebody gonna take me out in this world, bro. And like, and the way he went out, bro, without getting too graphic about how he went out, bro, because I could talk about how my brother went out, bro. I could really talk about it. And like I say, we're gonna lighten the mood in a second. But like I said, I wanted to drill this point home and this topic home before we move on from it, right? I'm not gonna waste y'all time on this one topic. But again, it's important because I don't believe no black man or no person at all, white, black, purple, green, whatever, we should never, as a human being, get to a point to where we accept murder. I can accept
I'm not
cancer,
saying
but
accept
we
it. I'm
can't
just saying
accept
like
murder, bro.
the way of life. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I hear you, bro, but
I feel
still,
like-
No, murder is never okay. I'm not saying
I feel like
that.
it's just
I'm
the
saying,
same shit you
gotta
eat,
accept
breathe,
life.
whatever, and it causes some shit. The same shit with the streets, nigga.
Yep.
You get in them streets and
You could be with a motherfucker every day. It ain't gonna stop some shit that
Yeah,
happened. Just
like-
happened. You know what I'm saying?
like you
I
be in
feel
them
you.
streets, bro. You gotta accept everything that come with it.
Yeah, I feel
in
you.
your- in
my
your
brother
mind.
Jalen, he died yesterday, 9 years ago, bro.
Rest in peace.
And I had
From
told him I
guns?
was the night before.
Guns.
Violence, bro. Yeah, gun violence, bro.
I think you just gotta be prepared for it if you in them streets. I don't think
Yeah,
you'll
just-
never understand.
But I think it's deeper than that because here's why. And then we're gonna change the topic. But here's why I think is different because it's like, okay, if I know I'm out here and I'm robbing or whatever, or if I'm putting myself in a situation that's dangerous, that's different. But the fact that like I'm in the streets,
Like, yeah.
but like I'm out and I'm,
He just accepted that, right?
Yeah.
It's just like street
But-
niggas.
but-
I
but
accept,
murder though,
I accept that if I'm slipping, a nigga gonna bust my ass, right?
Nah, for real, it's
You
different.
know what I'm saying?
Especially if it was weird words exchanged.
Yeah,
motherfuckers really handle that.
bro.
For real.
When you in the gang shit, bro, you not thinking I'm finna get murdered or I'm finna kill a nigga. But when it's happened, it happened. You gotta accept it.
Yeah.
Just like he said, he wasn't scared when them niggas rolled down on him. He wasn't scared.
Yeah.
He
'Cause
accepted
At
it.
a point, sometimes you've been through so much, you be like, man, G,
Don't forget
I
your
did what
point,
I was supposed to
'cause you
do. Type
Okay.
shit. This
Yeah.
is what's gonna happen. I ain't finna be no bitch, you know.
Yeah.
Is it possible to do the wrong thing for the right reason?
That too.
it's not impossible.
But I'm gonna tell you this too. See me, as far as accepting something is kind of a touchy subject, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because some people deserve a lot of shit that they get, bro.
Yeah, that accepting that shit, that should be like a lock in your throat.
Because
Trying to swallow you.
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's like it's people out here who work their ass off, who done risk a lot of shit just for you to steal it or just for you to try to feel like you got a little bit more power than them at the point in time.
Yeah.
And then they think, oh well, they just supposed to let it go
Right.
after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, just for example, y'all created this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all work hard for this.
For sure.
So if somebody come in here and fuck all this shit up, destroy it,
Yeah.
break it,
Yeah.
you just
Detrimental.
gonna be like, oh, it's cool, fuck it.
Right.
You're not gonna do that.
No, hell no.
It's
for real.
it's not so much just accepting nothing or accepting anything in general. It's about the fact that you get what you got coming
Yeah.
because that's how life works.
Right.
If you fuck people over, if you do certain shit to certain people, I'm not saying that everybody's like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's right.
No, I know what you mean.
But that's how the world works.
That's how the universe works.
Yeah.
That's literally how it works. Because I got homies that are good people, but the streets have turned them into bad people because they've came across certain people that ain't mean them no good, but they ain't know no better.
For sure.
And they had to, okay, well, dude around the corner, he's straight. Dude right here I'm iffy about, and dude fucked me over.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just as time, transpires, you just understand really who you actually dealing with.
With
yeah,
and you
yeah.
adapt.
Yeah,
to the-
absolutely. Because like for me, like I'm telling you, I could read you from the first time I fucking see you. I'm
Yeah, for
telling
real.
you, like I can
Yeah.
feel your energy, good or bad.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you are.
100%.
I know I get the feeling right when I meet you, right when I shake your hand, right when I get right in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as far as accepting anything goes,
Yeah.
you want someone, and this is not just about murder. It's just about everything in general.
In life, yeah.
You want someone to accept something that's not okay that you think is okay.
Right.
So you want them to sacrifice their beliefs for you.
Right.
Okay, so when you do some bad shit to someone, should they be like, okay, well,
That's just who he is.
that's just who he is.
Let me let it go.
Let me let it go. A lot of people not gonna
Like that. Yeah.
They're not gonna do that.
Facts.
For sure.
It'll fly for a little bit, then something happen. Motherfucker be like, damn.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like it all goes down to what you believe in and what's right. Because in the Bible it says an eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm.
So what's fair is fair. You fuck me over, you get what you got coming.
Facts.
Sure.
So whether it be you do this or do that, if you get murdered, I mean, or if you get killed, or if you just, it don't even gotta be nothing that I did or somebody did to you.
It's the karma.
That's real.
It's the karma.
You get out what you
Karma's
put in,
gonna block every time.
into the universe.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like God punishes you for shit that's already coming.
Facts.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
hear you.
Because you got someone, like for instance, like I said, I come up here, I show y'all the utmost respect. I respect
Right.
what y'all doing.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Likewise.
And I want to see y'all go far. I'm
Yeah,
not a
for sure,
fucking
for sure.
hater.
Right.
It don't
Facts.
matter, and let's go for anybody.
I saw your content on I think it was IG on the reels and shit. Yeah, for sure. It's
So-
definitely dope.
Them reels be buzzing.
Nah, for real. That's what I first seen. I knew exactly what you doing. I'm like, oh, yeah, the podcast.
Yeah, reels be buzzing.
Let's do that.
So to make a long story short, it's like I realistically don't think God punishes people for stuff that other people got coming and they know they got coming. Because
Right.
you know what you done did to some people. You know you done made some family starve for one night. You know you done did some bad shit to some good
Yeah,
people.
for real.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like he gonna be your karma, but I may get you first.
Right.
So I might work through him to get to you.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
And I love that, bro. And we'll leave it on that unless you got something to add to it, or if not, we're gonna change the
I was
topic.
gonna spin it off. So in the prime of y'all rap careers, right?
Yeah.
What age was y'all?
21, 22, something like that.
I don't know.
I think I had just turned 21 when I
21.
got back. And I originally started rapping when I was like 15, 16, but that shit was
I say that's about
that shit was
right.
ass. I ain't gonna lie. I recorded the
22.
hottest album that I thought it was. That shit
when
was
you
dope.
got shot, was this like in the prime of that, or
No, it was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so this
okay.
fresh.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Let's talk about something that people really, that's like really a controversial topic. Like really, really controversial topic. But let's talk about I don't want to say relationships, but let's talk about this whole goofy ass shit that's going on between man versus woman, and what the man should be doing, what the woman should be doing, and this new age of relationships that we living in, right? Because we all know the traditional way of relationships, right? The woman stay at home, the man go to work, the man pay all the bills, the woman take care of the kids, all that good shit, right? But that's not the world we're living in anymore. So for y'all boys, WBC, we gonna start with you, bro. Like, what's the relationship shit looking like these days for you?
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Is y'all traditional?
I mean, obviously, when you in a relationship, it's not gonna be perfect. It don't even necessarily got to be with a woman. It's just with anyone.
Right.
Right. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? It's just, as far as my relationship goes, I mean, I have my ups and downs, but I know when you really love somebody, I'll just put it to you like this: to not say too much, but to pretty much sum it up, you will understand how much you can take from somebody if you really love them for real.
Right. Do y'all believe in a 50-50? Or how that work out?
Either or. Yeah. I'm open to really whatever. I mean, my people was old school. I mean, moms stay at home, pops go to work. But my mom, my real mom, before she passed away, was a single mom.
Okay.
But the way I live is, if it's needed, the help is appreciated.
Right.
But if I'm out here and I'm able to move around and do what I need to do and work as hard as I need to work, I feel like as a man, I should be a provider.
Right, okay.
Not just for the kids, but for the lady as well.
Yeah. What about you, Hendo?
I feel the same way, man. Like, if it's needed and you got it and you're gonna put it towards it, yeah, for sure, let's do it. But I feel like 50-50. But at the same time, you know, a man always give more. If you love somebody, you're gonna do.
Facts.
It's gonna bring you out your body, you know. So you're gonna do shit you wouldn't normally do. Like, man, it's 2 a.m, motherfucker wants something, you know.
Yeah.
Get it together real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking smoke on the way there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for sure.
I personally, I got these 3 P's that I really, really believe in, and the 3 P's for me that I believe every man is responsible for when you commit to a romantic relationship or any relationship that you really care about, that's intimate for you, right? So it could be a relationship with your woman, or it could be a relationship with your kids. But I think when you commit to that type of relationship, it's the 3 P's that every man should follow. And for me, it is peace, protection, and provision. Peace is being able to know that your home and your house is a temple, right? So, like, for instance, if you the man, right, you had a bad day at work, and you come home from work, and your woman, she also went to work, she had a bad day at work, right, and your kids went to school, and they did some goofy shit at school, you supposed to be, as a man, you supposed to be able to walk into the household and be able to be the peace for everybody, for everybody. Even if it means yours don't get alleviated in that moment. Now yours also will and should get alleviated, but maybe not in that moment. So that's what I mean by peace. Now with the protection part of it, right, that's easy for most men, right? Protect, right, physically, right, from all threats, but then also from other threats, right, such as financial threats, right? Like, I don't want to be the type of man that's living my life so carefree to where something might, like, for instance, a real basic example, and I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but a real basic example is, like, let's say, for instance, if I got a car, my woman got a car, right, and I'm driving to work or whatever, and she driving to work, right, and her car breaks down, right, I should be able to provide a way for us to financially pay for that and for us to get out of that situation, right? So that's a part of protection, right? Being able to have your shit in place enough to where you can protect and not have people have to face certain circumstances, right? For instance, like I said, if you don't got that bread and your woman's car break down and you don't got the bread, like, you not in a way really not really protecting her. So I'll leave protection at that, because protection goes deeper than that. Like I say, it goes
shelter,
shelter, and even physically, right? As a man, if somebody say something crazy, do something, lady, do something crazy. And this is one thing that I always say, like, to my sisters and to my mom, like, I'll really take a bullet for you. And it takes a lot to be willing to do that for somebody, right? So that's also part of protection. But the 3rd P is provision. And a lot of what you talked about in terms of guidance, that's what provision is, right? Being able to foresee, being able to understand that, like, nah, these are things you need now and you're gonna need these things later, right? So that's the provision, right? So you gotta be able to provide the peace, you gotta be able to protect, but then you also gotta be able to guide and lead. So for me, those are the three things I think about when it comes to like my relationship and my woman. Now, of course, I'm not perfect. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been with my lady for 8 going on almost 9 years, and shit, we into it right now. I ain't gonna cap with y'all, like we into it right now. So it ain't really no perfect way to really have a relationship or really like be in a relationship. But for me, those are the three things that's like are non-negotiables for me when it comes to when it comes to how I handle my relationship and how I handle my woman. What about y'all?
Good. Go ahead.
Everybody different, you know, but I feel the same way. I feel like you should be able to provide. Also, you should be understanding. You know, you should want to listen to somebody, and also you want to pour into them how they pour into you. But if they ain't pouring in, then you wasting your time.
Blitz and shit.
Nah.
Now
I remember when there wasn't no tablets for real.
Yeah. So back then, they kind of it's more secluded you from the world.
Yeah.
Because you will be on.
You gotta have that
lockdown.
cheese to get on that phone, boy.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Everybody hitting them books, you a ghost in that
that's why I
motherfucker,
asked,
bro.
you know what
Like,
I'm
do they
saying?
think I'm dead? No, bro.
Yeah,
You can't say shit.
You ain't got your mind really. You know, you ain't got your mind. Your
I
pops.
was just with folks.
Really,
You hear me?
depending on your girl, kind of right.
For real,
or
'cause,
nah.
like, you be lost in that bitch, bro. You ain't got no communication.
By yourself.
All you see is a
really
shadow
felt
from
alone.
outside, bro.
Damn.
Back then, I really felt alone. Me and the girl that I'm with now, we didn't know each other.
Oh, y'all didn't know each other. Then?
I mean, my first baby mama, me obviously she sent me money and shit,
right.
but it wasn't really nothing. But I also in my head, I wasn't at the stage in life that I'm at now.
Right. Okay.
Like I wasn't at the, I'm growing every day. Like
Yeah.
I'm more prepared now than I ever been
Right.
for anything.
Right.
Because I understand as a man you have to be. You ain't trying to get into nothing, but you ready for whatever.
For whatever, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
With your lady now, did you do any time in jail
Yeah.
while you were with the lady you were now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, because he asked you how was it for you, but how do you think it was for her, like going through that with you?
I mean, some days was better than others. You know, I mean, all I can really say is she stayed solid with me, and that's really all that matters. Because, I mean, the generation of women nowadays is fucked up.
Yeah. It's a different
That,
world.
they listen to too much of that fucking negative stallion, dumbass shit, and think like how it should go. And really, you got difference between the perception of reality and some shit you think is true.
Right.
Because I can get on right here and say all types of shit that is not real,
Facts.
and you could believe me.
Right.
But I ain't gonna do that.
Right. Yeah. I feel you.
I'm gonna say it like it is.
Yeah.
Real nigga shit.
But back to the subject, that's why me and the girl that I'm with now have a really good relationship. We bump heads, but it's not. We've never had a really, like, besides a few times, and I could probably count this on one hand, like, very serious times where we just been, like, really bad into it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I got some hits, man. Y'all might have to bring me back 5 seasons. Let's go.
Go ahead, talk about it, bro.
I got material.
Go ahead, talk about
Can't
it.
give you all of it in one. G. This
Now,
it's the first joint. Tap in.
So when you was locked up too, you was with your girl?
No, I wasn't. I lost when I was motherfucking in that bitch. I was sick. I'm like, this bitch outside.
I was gonna say, bro, can you please explain that a little bit first?
Pause.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
My ex, you know what I'm saying? She was doing me dirty, man. What you mean? I was in that bitch looking shitty.
Yeah.
And
But how
now
you know?
niggas
But
that
how
knew,
you know,
like,
though?
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even really stunned, niggas. Like at that moment, it's over with between me and her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But how would you know though? Like niggas
I'm just like,
was
that's some
calling-
sucker ass shit. Like, you goofy ass niggas, y'all really like sweating that weak ass shit.
Yeah.
That's how I go though. And
Anything, y'all
I tell you this
thirsty.
too, bro. A lot of
I got
niggas.
a deck.
I tell you this too. A lot of niggas that you hang around, bro, be jealous of
They
your
be
relationship,
it was
bro.
The same
Yeah.
nigga was just shaking my hand.
They be
Bro, I
jealous
fuck
of your
with
fucking
son.
relationship, bro, and be wanting your girl, bro,
Niggas
and
is
be
weird.
Yeah,
and
hell
act cool as hell. Oh, that's sus. But as soon as
dangerous.
they get their
You a
opportunity,
kill over it.
bro,
Yeah.
as soon as they
Kill
get their
over it,
opportunity,
strange.
bro, they will do that to
Bro.
you, bro.
That's sad,
You
bro.
gotta watch
Losing,
niggas,
Corey,
man.
how you ran into something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wanna let
Break it
go.
down?
Nah, you ain't gotta break it down, but how did you handle it though?
I mean, as time transpired, shit. I mean, you just know who the hoes and who the
yeah,
knows, who the
yeah,
hoes
yeah.
and who the
Oh,
goes.
for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That part.
But No, I mean, now that I'm older, you know, the problem is it's a lot of women that get all these fucking privileges that don't deserve them. They know they hoes. Bitch,
Right.
you don't got no business being no housewife.
Right. Yeah.
And they try to get to your phone the first couple nights. Like, damn, you tweaking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, me and the girl that I'm with now, I'm telling you, like, me and her we don't even really go through none of that.
Nah.
I'm telling you, bro, none of that.
Damn.
Like, it's not a perfect relationship, but it's a grown man and a grown woman relationship.
Right.
Not that little fucking.
No, but it's like after you go off
Yeah.
after you get off the traumatic shit and you move on, you start to understand like, okay, this is what I need to attract. Obviously,
Right.
that was what I was attracting then, so I got to switch the flow up.
Yeah.
No, but what it is, this is the problem. You got dudes that tell a bitch anything just to fuck them.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll tell him. I mean, literally,
That'll blow their
I'll
head up,
Build
for
you
real.
a fucking house in China and the back of the alley somewhere. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh man, I never had that." You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And then it's just like, why don't you just tell it like it is, bro?
Right.
If you want to fuck with them on a serious note, just be like, "Hey, man." Ooh, and that's why I feel like my relationship is good, because I say it like it is.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You in a long term relationship at this point, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It's long term. But that y'all grew from, like anything, like
We just supported me, man.
yeah.
Like some of my best records that I made, like and recorded myself, bro. Like she was behind to like do that shit, man. Like let me hear it. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that helped you grow.
Hell yeah, that helped me grow, man.
Well, what about you?
My brand.
What about you? How would you help her grow?
Basically, I mean, putting in
Same
her
thing.
dreams, like what you want to do. You want to start a business. You want to do this. You want to do custom
Yeah.
work. Let's do
Investing,
it. What you
yeah.
need? You need the press. You need this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, and put
You want to go to school? Go ahead. I got you. I got the baby.
Right.
I'm working overtime, doing all the type of shit
Say
in the
that.
studio
For sure.
too.
For sure.
that's dope as hell. So I like that answer, bro. You
What about you, Corey? Let's back to you.
It was more like, it's like you struggle together, man. It's kind of, I don't know, me and the girl I went out, we was like homies, man. Like
Yeah.
that's how we started, and just we started on the couch,
Right.
to someone else's couch, and then
with just dreams and ideas.
yes, and then we got a house together. So I remember the first night we got the house together, we slept on the floor, and
Facts.
and I just like, damn, like we made it
Did
happen.
this shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Me and you.
So it's like, it's more of a, you can help someone grow just by not necessarily like, okay, let's plant a seed and pour water on it.
Right. Right.
You gotta, it's like more sticking by and keep them motivated.
But I think what you just said though, I think it's literally the opposite. I think that is how you help people grow, and I think that's what y'all did. Like, because when you start on the couch with somebody, and then y'all move into a crib together,
No, for real.
and what I said, like dreams and ideas is all y'all started with. You watered them dreams,
bro.
you planted that seed, and then it grew into a house. So I think that is how you help people grow, by planting seeds, and then by staying committed long enough to see it through, to see the seed become a tree. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
So I think and I gotta also attest to that, bro, because that's literally, because I ain't gonna lie to you, me and my girl done been through a lot of shit, like a lot of shit, like so much shit to where like it's some shit that like
She called a twist on you. You know, once they call a twist, it's over.
hey, hold on, what's the twist?
Police, boy.
Oh,
Once they call the twist, it's over.
hey, listen, listen, bro.
Tours canceled. Everything.
Your girl called the police on you. She canceled.
Never.
You still with her?
Listen,
No, no. Has she or would she?
No, I'm saying if she
both,
do,
nigga.
if she do,
has
do
she
you cancel
she
her?
do
and
it.
would she? Has she and would she?
No, not has she. We don't need to know
What?
y'all business.
Nah, yeah, nah.
Hey, if she did, if she
would you-
do, would you cancel her, or would she stay?
I guess it just depends on the circumstance of the situation.
Man, fuck that. My girl
Man,
called the
fuck that. You
police
called
on
the twist, it's over
me.
with, gang. I ain't gonna lie, you fit.
She called the police on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Have either one of y'all ever like seeked individual therapy? And much less couples therapy.
I have. Yeah, for sure.
Like,
But like
what,
recently,
recently or back then?
No, just
My
in
mom
general.
died
In general.
2 years ago.
How long did you do it for?
A session for like 2 months, maybe.
Did it help? Did it hurt?
I don't know. She kind of like was like overdoing it. Like we were like FaceTime, you know.
Yeah.
And like she she would like, yeah, just agree with everything I'm saying. Like, you're not really diving in. Like, so like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a
You felt like a client.
monetary gain
goddamn.
type thing. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
you said, you feel like a client.
Yeah,
That's how I felt.
Was she white or was she black?
She was white.
Okay.
Do
She
that,
tried
do-
to resonate in the beginning, but it just didn't sit.
It
And then
didn't-
I started seeing through it. That's what I'm saying. We the same way, bro. Like, I see through shit. Like, you could just go ahead, stop. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
I already know. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like,
Hey, yeah. What about you, Corey?
Any therapy in your lifetime?
Yeah. My aunt, when my mom died, she put me in this psychologist program or whatever. Like, she just made appointments. That shit's expensive.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
It's like $400 a session.
yeah, hell yeah.
Just for him to sit there and talk to
Talk
you.
to you.
And I'm just thinking in my head, like, you motherfucker, you never been through shit.
Right, yeah.
I'm not saying, I mean, that's just in my head. Like, now that I'm older now, I'll be like, man, you were just there to steal their money.
Yeah.
What you really been through? Like,
Yeah.
like, why you want to talk? What makes you so prone to talk about or listen to what other people going through? But
Facts.
Right.
but can you really relate?
Right, yeah, for
outside
sure.
of a
Or
textbook
just
type thing,
or
you
is
know?
this just some
Yeah.
shit
Right.
that you read in a book?
You're programmed to mold me into
Yeah.
the client, you know?
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's,
it's no disrespect. It's just real.
yeah, that's real. That's what I say all about therapy too. Like, shit, I'm from the streets. Like, when I come to you, I feel like, nah, I'm paying you to help me. I'm just a client. It ain't
Yeah.
no
I mean-
genuine shit behind it. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
ask y'all this: if y'all ran into a guy or even a female, but preferably a guy because we guys, but like you could tell like he got a background to where he was in the streets, but he turned this shit around. And he became a therapist. Would y'all feel more comfortable talking to that type of guy than some white lady who?
Yeah,
or
of
some-
course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It wouldn't even matter what the color was. It was the fact that she tried to resonate on the fake, you know, on the fake slip. You know, that's kind of like,
Yeah. You can't.
I feel like it wasn't intimate, you know,
Yeah.
especially over the phone or anything like that. You
And that's,
know?
I'm talking about some shit that's really affecting me.
Right.
I
This
can't.
like my mother had passed like maybe like 2 weeks. We had just buried her. Like I was sick as hell. Like I was going through it.
It's really a slippery slope, though, bro.
Yeah, man. I really just came to a conclusion and I went through the motions, man, and I rose up from that shit. Though,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta look at it from both standpoints, because just because this person on the street don't mean they never been through nothing.
Facts.
Right. That's true too.
So
Yeah.
so it's like, just because you can't relate to me in the way I want you to doesn't mean you can't relate to me, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Right.
Because it all boils down to these are life affecting experiences.
Right.
So you may have lost a loved one close to you. I could have got shot. It could have.
Yeah, we ain't trying to say we can piss farther type
Yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, that's why I said with therapists is a slippery slope, because you got ones that never been through nothing, then you got ones that can kind of relate to you, that are just genuinely good people and just don't want to see nothing bad happen to people in general.
Right.
And then you got the ones like, I feel you, bro. I understand
Right.
what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Especially like when you go through the system too, like DCFS and shit, you see a lot of that anyway. So you are already programmed like this was the same motherfucker. They want to, you know what I'm saying?
Program to tune it out.
Yeah, and then you get institutionalized. You
Yeah.
program. They be like, all right, this motherfucker think that I'm just this person, and they could just,
Yeah.
you know.
Then you get out here into society and understand the type of man and the type of persona you got to put on. So you programming that shit out too.
It's just with me, the point of me saying, here my $400. That right there, that shit killed the conversation right there. Like, yeah, I could be good. I can get my mans to talk to me about 2-3 hours for free. Yeah, like, fuck that shit.
When you start like talking to the bottle and talking to the pills, man, it get hard.
Yeah,
man.
that
You
shit
gotta,
hard.
like,
Yeah.
like I had been up like for days, like gritting. You know what I'm saying? Molly, all type of shit. Just you know what I'm saying? We try to use things to cope.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the final and last topic, before we get y'all boys out of here, you hit on something that's really important to me. And I want y'all opinions on it. You said coping, and you said sometimes we talk to the pills and sometimes we talk to the bottle. Other people go about it. The society tells us we should talk to a therapist, but for our culture, for our people, bro, instead of talking to a therapist, oftentimes we do talk to that bottle, or we talk to the pills, or we talk to the smoke. What's y'all take or just y'all opinion on coping, the bad side of it, like how you just talked about, and then are there positive ways to cope? And if so, like what do y'all think those things are?
I think it's necessary. It's definitely necessary. I mean, you want to be able to cope your situation anyway, because it's just like I told you, like it's never gonna stop. And like getting caught in that negative area, it's gonna stop your growth. You know,
Absolutely.
You can't grow. You can't think of new ideas and be like, oh, I'm finna. That's what made me want to start doing music. Like I could talk about shit. I thought my shit was weak as hell. You know, but people relate to you, to your pain. You know.
Facts. So you saying, before we move on to you, Corey, you saying that like the way you learned how to cope, instead of talking to the bottle and talking to the pills, you talk to a mic.
I'm saying like it's that too, but I'm saying like you can self-medicate, but do it in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Don't overuse things. You know what I'm saying? Because then you get lost in it.
That, and like you said too, which I love, you said stop your growth, and it does.
It does, yeah.
You're not allowed to think new ideas and new thoughts anymore.
Yep.
Right, for sure.
What about you, Corey?
How you cope with, or you know,
it could go. I guess I cope with different things, different ways. So I guess it just depends what it is.
what it is.
Because I could have a day where like, you know, I don't really like. I'm at the point in my life to where I don't really cope. I just accept.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Because
think that's coping though.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a form of it but I feel like when you're coping, you're still like figuring out who you are
Right.
after you go through whatever you go through.
That's a fact.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like when you accept it and you use it as a tool, as like a fuel to who you are as a person,
Yeah.
and you use it as power, as you said before.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different. That's
It
not,
is.
That's not coping. It's
Fuel.
It's you kind of like transforming into
That's exactly the word.
or transitioning or however you.
Nah,
wanna call
you
it.
you transform it, and I think that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this shit. It's for you to transform the pain into something positive that will push you forward.
Oh, bro.
You're not supposed to sit in your pain. For instance, I could sit here and cry and be sad that my brother died all day, but if that's all I do, I slowly also start to die.
Yes.
You never know though. It
Yeah.
could have happened for God had that to happen, so He could push you to go to that next
That's
level you
what
were
I'm
supposed to
saying.
be at.
So you,
sure.
so
It's
you-
levels to it,
You
you know?
transform it, bro, and that's so fucking key.
Yeah. Well, one thing I learned, man, like, I feel like the best thing I ever did was just realizing that life is life, man.
Yeah.
Like, you make the choices you make, you know the consequences behind it. Especially if you got a really, you got a real brain in your head. You know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
But in my opinion, when you're in the streets or when you're just somebody who just has to make something happen out of nothing, it's just, whether good or bad, in order to make it happen, to provide, you accept whatever comes with it.
Right, for sure.
And that's just how I look at it.
Right.
Whether I make a good choice or a bad choice, I accept whatever comes after it, whether it be good or bad.
Right.
For sure.
100%. I fuck with that.
You know.
So before we wrap up and get out of here, man, so y'all boys definitely done mentioned a few times, man, y'all into the music.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
So with that being said, man, I think we live in a musically driven world right now. We really do. I think a lot of people are looking for not only music, but they're looking for new sounds.
Yeah.
People are looking for something that touches them and like resonates with them. So do y'all boys have anything that y'all can get to the world, man, musically that'll really like help them? Not even help them, but like
Just man, keep going. Everybody got to keep grinding, man. You got to keep doing it. You know, it's never gonna come overnight. And like even us, like I think we both got like what, over 50K, 70K, 80Ks on some stuff that we done. You know,
real?
like
Yeah, for sure.
That's small to us because we on our way up and we trying to go up. You know what I'm saying? So
we trying to get
you gotta-
like y'all, bro. I
can't
gotta
lose
see,
the
bro.
vision. You know what I'm saying? Like it just.
Yeah, that's what I said. They had the Rock on Lock shit,
Yeah.
Rude Boy gang.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
real, Just
Hey,
keep. We kept going to the
Yeah.
studio like
Free Nova.
Yeah.
real free glow, man.
Yeah,
Show.
and then
Perfect.
with Corey, his style, he never copied nobody, never rolled no wave.
Nah, for
the
real.
way he rap now was the way he been rapping ever since I knew about the nigga. So that's why I fuck with him, because he never switched. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people, after a while, if something ain't working, that shit switch. No, that nigga rap that way until that bitch work.
I fuck with him,
Yeah. Straight up. You know what I'm
Hey, with that being said, man, y'all got something y'all can leave with us, bro, before we get out there?
Yeah. Go ahead, take us away, man.
I said, came up from nothing, this shit ain't no secret. Gave him my heart and I told her to keep it. He said, my homie, I do not believe him, not using this statement. He told for no reason. If they were not hustling, they are just leeches. Used to sell dope that smell louder than speakers. How can I trust you? I can't trust a preacher. Done been through too much, my heart cold as a freezer. I know some peas that can't put down that needle. I know some heavies ain't feeding their people. I know some killers just want me to feed them. I know some rich people that came by their freedom. Right here, so we are not equal. It is not over, bitch. This is the sequel. Love when you up, when you down there and leave you. I know a good person in the streets, man, and evil.
That man say, I know some rich people that came by their freedom.
Oh, God.
He said something before that went crazy. What the fuck he say? He said, I know some heavies that don't feed their people.
Damn, we got some shit, man. For real.
Man, hey, I told you that shit went
Paperwork
nuts, bro.
I told
gonna be one of our hottest singles, man.
Yeah.
Paperwork Party, that motherfucker go crazy.
When it's dropping.
Man, soon enough.
Yeah, I got some shit out right now that we can go find.
Man, we had that one song tweaking. That shit was old, but
Yeah,
somebody done took it down.
Yeah, man.
Even me and Nova song on me, they took it down.
Is it on me down too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. How can we get in tune with y'all music then?
So, I know
I
he's
ain't got no
still on
SoundCloud or nothing.
He's still on
I got it
YouTube.
on what is it? Apple Music, Spotify,
YouTube, all that
Can you
shit.
shout out?
SoundCloud.
No, bro. How I found you, bro? How to
Y'all
find the
can
music?
me on all platforms at WBC the Boss. Unapologetic is out right now, and I got a couple singles out right now. And Felony Favors is coming real soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Free Nova. Shout out Sean G, the chef, and the whole gang. Shout out my boy Hendo. Shout out my homie and them from Men's Cheat Codes for having us.
Yeah,
You know
thank
it's
you, bro.
all love.
Appreciate
You know
you.
what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I got 2 projects too, man. I got my fucking 2 albums. You know, I'm on SoundCloud. You can find me at RSN HENDO.
Let's get it.
For sure. I
Let's get
appreciate
it,
y'all
man.
for
We
coming, man,
appreciate
for
y'all
real.
boys, man, for fucking with me and T-Codes, man. I ain't gonna lie
Hey, do
to
we
you.
get a part 2, man? Soon?
Man,
One of
let's
these
do it.
days?
You
Let's
get
do it,
part
man.
2, part 5.
Hey, let's
For